Now the first step is to install the game to SSD. So if the game is installed to HDD, try to install the game to SSD, because if you go to the website over here, you can see the minimum requirement is SSD required. So make sure that you install the game to SSD and then check, or else you will face multiple problems. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you. Now the next step is to restart Steam. So you can go to Steam and then exit Steam and then launch Steam once again and then check. Still not working. Again, go to Steam, click on exit, and this time when you launch Steam, make a right click on Steam and then click on run as administrator and then check. Still not working. Simply restart your computer, and after the system restart you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to, now when you launch the game for the first time, it is taking time to open, so just wait for some time, and once the game is up and running you can check. So this will take some time. For me it took around 5 minutes to launch the game. Now the next step is to end Epic related process in Task Manager. So make a right click on the game, make a right click on the start menu and then go to Task Manager and go to the process tab. Now in the process tab, scroll down, and if you find Epic Online Service, any Epic services running, make sure that you close all the Epic Online services. Now once Epic Online Services is closed, if you see Easy Anti-Cheat, make a right click and then click on End Task, and then you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to, now if you're using any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, many Bitdefender users are facing the problem. So if you have Bitdefender antivirus program, you can go to your security or threat settings and then add an exception for the complete game folder, or you can add the exception for your game exe file. So make sure that you allow the game exe file to your antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, in that case you can open Windows settings, go to privacy and security, and then go to Windows security. In Windows 10, click on update and security, then click on Windows security, then click on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, at the end you will see manage ransomware protection, click on it. Now click on allow an app through control folder access, click on yes to allow, and then click on add an allowed app, click on browse all apps, go to the game installation folder. So if the game install is in C drive, open C drive, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder. Open the game folder. Select this exe file, click on open. Again click on add and allowed app, browse all apps. Select this start protected game exe file, click on open. Again click on add and allowed app, browse all apps, and this time open this client PC folder, root, bin, PC, and then open, select this exe file and then click on open. Do the same thing in control panel. So open control panel and then go to system and security, Windows Defender Firewall. Click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top. Click on allow another app. Click on browse, and then go to the game installation folder once again, and then open the game folder. Select this exe file. Click on open. Click on add. In my case, I have already added. Again, click on allow another app. Click on browse, and this time select this exe file. Click on open. Click on add. I have already allowed. Again click on allow another app, click on browse, open this client PC, root, bin, PC, select this exe file, click on open, and then click on add. Again in my case it is already added. So once the game is added over here, now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to run the game from the game installation folder. Now for this, go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select manage, now click on browse local files. It will take you to the game installation folder. Now make a double click, launch the game from here. If this does not work, you can even try to launch the game from this start protected game. So make a double click, launch the game, and then check. If that does not work, open client PC folder, root, bin, PC, and then you can make a double click on this exe file and then try to launch the game from here. Now still not working. In that case, run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. So make a right click on this exe file, select properties, and then go to this tab, put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator, hit apply, click on OK, and then launch the game and then check. Try to launch the game from here. Make it up is still not working. Make a right click, go to properties once again, and this time put a check over here. Select Windows 8, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game. If that does not work, try Windows 7 over here, hit apply, click on OK, launch the game, and then check. Still not working. Put a check on disable full screen optimization, hit apply, click on OK, and then launch the game from here. Still not working. Go back and do the same thing with this exe file. Still not working. Then open this client PC folder, root bin PC, and then you can make a right click on this exe file, go to properties, and so when you put a check on all these boxes still not working, then you can uncheck these boxes, uncheck it, hit apply, click on OK, and go back and then do the same thing with this exe file. Uncheck all the boxes, launch the game, and then check. Next step is to paste percentage app data percentage easy anti-cheat in run box. So type in run in Windows search box and then open run box, paste this paste this app percentage app / easy anti-cheat without any space, click on OK. Now here you can see easy anti-cheat folder, go back once, and here you can see easy anti-cheat. Now before you delete it, copy this folder, just copy this folder, create a backup. So copy this folder and maybe paste it to the desktop, and once you have a backup, now you can make a right click and then click on delete. Now once this is deleted, now you can launch the game, and when you launch the game it will install easy anti-cheat. So over here you can see it's installing easy anti-cheat, and then you can check. Now still not working. In that case you can restart your computer once, and then after the system restart you can check. Next step is to disable VPN. Now if you're using any kind of VPN, then you can close it, disable VPN, and then check. This has worked for few players, so it might work for you. Next step is to turn off Steam overlay. Now this is important. This has also worked for many players. So you can make a right click on the game, select properties, and then go to general tab. Now if the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game is on, you can turn this off. I do not recommend to turn off Steam Cloud, but you can just try it once. If this is on, you can turn it off and then check. You can always turn it on. So but disable Steam overlay and then you can launch the game and then check. Now also if you have any other overlay application, like if you have overlay on in Discord, turn it off. If you have overlay on in GeForce Experience, turn it off. Close all the overlay application. Also close all the overclocking applications. So if you have MSI Afterburner, Riva Tuner. Now if you're using Riva Tuner, make sure that you update Riva Tuner to the latest version, because many players are receiving Riva Tuner error. So or else you can simply close all the overclocking application and then launch the game. Now for many players this has worked, so you can try this. So if you have this arbitrary software, or if you have any kind of key switcher app, you can close it. If you have Sizer app, close it. So make sure that you close all the third-party application which is running on your computer, and you can close it from the task manager as well. So make sure the services is also not running. Also close your browser and any kind of third-party application, close it and then launch the game. Next step is to, if you disconnect external devices which you're not using. So if you have HOTAS, wheel, pedals, anything connected, disconnect it. Also if you have any kind of USB adapter connected which you're not using, disconnect it. Disconnect extra controller connected to the computer. Sometimes we have extra controller or USB dongle connected to the computer, disconnect it. Disconnect multiple monitor setup. Try to launch the game on single monitor and then check. Also if you have undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and then launch the game. Next step is to rename game folder in app data folder. Now when you do this, you will lose all the game progress and saved settings. So if you agree, you can do this, or if you want, you can even create a backup for the game folder. So open File Explorer on your computer, then go to this PC, open C drive. Now open users folder. Now open your username folder. Now open app data folder. Now if you don't see app data on the top, click on view, select show, and then put a check on hidden items, and then open app data folder. Now open the local folder, open Sabre folder. Now open Space Marine 2 folder, or don't open it, just make a right click on Space Marine 2 and then rename it. If you want to create a backup, you can copy this file, you can copy this folder and maybe put it to the desktop, So if something wrong happens, if you want to get the folder back, you can always put it back. But once, just make sure that you create a backup, and then you can rename it to whatever you want. So I will just rename it to Space Marine 2.old, and then you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to perform a clean installation of your graphics card driver. So if you have NVIDIA card, go to NVIDIA website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for NVIDIA. So go to NVIDIA website. Now on this website, make sure that you select your series, select your graphic card over here. Now once you select your graphic card over here, make sure that you select the right operating system and then click on find. Now once you click on find, you will see this page. The latest one, the latest driver will be on top. So right now it's 560.94. Now click on view over here and then click on download. And once the download is complete, you can run the exe file. Once you run the exe file, you will see the screen. Click on agree and continue, and then select custom option over here. Now select next, and then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check on perform a clean installation, and then click on next. And once the installation is complete, then restart your computer, and after the system restart, you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to, now you can skip this step if you're not able to launch the game. If you're able to launch the game, you can try this, or simply follow the next step. Now for this, avoid using Alt tab when the game is launching. Disable crossplay in game settings and set resolution to 1920 into 1080p, and you can try that. Turn on VSync, and if that does not work, you can even turn it off and then check. Switch to full screen mode first and then try. If that does not work, switch to window mode and then lower down graphics settings. So launch the game first. So go to the game and then go to settings and then go to video. Now first of all, go to game and scroll down. At the end you will see crossplay. If this is on, you can turn this off, and then go to video. Now over here, make sure that your graphic card is selected over here, and then scroll down. Now if this is set to borderless, you can switch to full screen and then check. If that does not work, you can switch to window mode. Now if the resolution is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p. You can even lower down more. Now for render resolution, it's set to native. Set it to quality. If that does not work, you can even select balance. So make changes over here. So set it to quality. For many users, balance has worked, so you can set it to balance, or you can even set it to quality. And in my case, I have selected DLSS. Now if the VSync is off, you can turn it on and then check. If that does not work, you can even turn it off and then check. Now scroll down. The FPS limit in my case is unlimited, but I will set it to 60. You can set it to 120, 90, whatever you want. I will set it to 60. Quality preset. Now if this is set to like ultra, in that case you can set it to high, but I will set it to medium in my case. And then apply the settings, and then you can check the performance. Now the next step is to run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box and then click on graphics settings. Now click on browse over here, go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder, and then open this client PC folder first, root bin PC, select this exe file. Now click on add. In my case, the game is already added. So once the game is added, you can click on the game, click on options and then select high performance and then click on save. Again, go to browse, and this time you can go back and then select the first exe file, and then again click on add. Once the game is added, now click on the game and then click on options, select high performance over here, click on save. Now launch the game and then check. Next step is to verify the game file. Do not ignore this. Make a right click on the game, select properties and then go to install files tab and then click on verify integrity of game files. Once the verification is 100% complete, you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to install Visual C++ file. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Now on this website here, you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. You have to download x86 and x64. Download both the file, install x86 and then run this exe file. If you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. In my case here, you can see system reboot is required. I have already installed it. It's telling me to restart my computer. So please ignore the error message. Now download this x64. Again, run this exe file. Again, if you see the repair option, click on repair. If you see the install option, click on install. In my case, it is already installed. Now, once both files are installed, click on restart. You will see a restart option, restart your computer. Restart is a must after this, and after the system restart, launch the game. Next step is to update Windows to the latest version. This is important. So go to Windows Update and go to Update and Security in Windows 10 and then click on Check for Update. Once all the updates are installed, restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. So Windows 11 users, you can just check your version. So you can type in WINVER, WinVer, and then you can click over here. Make sure that your Windows 11 is up to date to version 23H2 right now, and for Windows 10 it's 22H2. And next step is to increase the virtual memory. So to increase the virtual memory, type in View Advanced System Settings in Windows search box and then click on View Advanced System Settings and then click on the first settings and then go to Advanced tab and then click on Change over here and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to convert 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK. And over here it's 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case it's 16 GB. So 116 into 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM, that is into 1.5. So in my case initial size is 24576 and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case that is 16 GB. I have 16 GB of RAM. So 16 into 1024. I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3. That is 49152. 49152. Now click on set over here. Then click on OK. OK. Apply. OK. OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this. Now the next step is to update the system BIOS. So go to your system manufacturer website, select your model number, update your system BIOS. But in case of laptop, when you update the system BIOS, make sure battery is more than 10% and the AC adapter is connected to the computer. And during the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. After the BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. Now if nothing is working, the last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game to different drive, different SSD drive. So you can just make a right click on the game, select manage, and then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, you have to go to the game installation folder and then delete the game folder, restart your computer, and then install the game to C drive. So if the game is installed to another drive, any external drive like D drive, E drive, try to install the game to C drive and then check. If the game is already installed to C drive, then try to install the game to another SSD and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on your Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.